Hey, this is Christopher Holcomb with another video. Pretty much this episode is going to be about rehab. We're out in Detroit. I'm looking at properties. The property behind me is a rehab property that's cash flowing like $700. I look at cash flowing properties. This will be considered a turnkey. In addition, I think the price for it is about $28,000. The reason why I'm here, I'm looking at the property and looking at the neighborhood also, which I want to give you guys a glance of the neighborhood. As you can see, it's a pretty good neighborhood, no burnouts. If there's anything that is abandoned that I'm not aware of right now, they're pretty much taking care of it, which you're good that a neighborhood takes care of their own properties, and their neighborhood's nothing that is an eyesore, as I would say. But the property over there, as you can see, what we're going to talk about is rehabs right quick, is if you look at that property, which you may not get a good look at, it has a very good roof on there. The windows are updated. It's got security doors on it. I'm not sure if it got glass blocks or not, but those are the things you look at when you're looking at a distressed property and your rehab costs. A roof could cost you anywhere between $6,000 and $5,000, $8,000, depends on the level of rehab you're doing. Because if you're doing retail, you have to make sure everything's updated and new. So a rehab for a retail property, your cost could be anywhere from $10,000 to probably $25,000. However, that has to be in your budget for the property you're buying and what you're going to make after the after repair value, which is your ARV, versus a rental where if you're going to do a rental property and you're going to have someone doing a land contract or somebody just renting it, your highest cost is probably $10,000. So you have to look for certain variables and qualities in the property, what you're looking for. So a good roof is one, windows is two. If it's got modern windows and a good roof for a rental level, that's a good step. But if it doesn't, then that's a higher cost, and you have to associate that in your budget of rehab. So those are things to think about. I prefer brick because if it's frame, you may have more structural damage. That's not necessarily true, but you might have to replace the siding. It may be old, outdated aluminum. You might want to put vinyl. So that adds to the cost. While brick, you don't have to worry about that. And they last longer. In my estimation, you can go through Detroit and you can go through a frame neighborhood and it's more burnouts, more torn down, more ripped up. While brick, you can't do as much. They could get burned out. Don't let me not tell you that. But they can be saved more and rehab better also. So those are a couple things I want to share with you guys. You know, you have two different levels in my viewpoint. You have a rental level of rehab and you also have a retail. And you have to think about what you want to do. For the exterior, you want to make sure that at least those two things and the foundation is good to add. So that's three: foundation, roof, and windows. You want to make sure those are good so you don't have to be putting excessive dollars in there. So check those things out when you're looking at rehab and decide what level you're going to do it, because you don't want to over rehab in the neighborhood too. You look at this neighborhood, it's a mostly, I think, homeowner, rental, mid-level neighborhood. So I'm not going to drop marble and granite or put the best roof I can put on there. Now that roof right there is a pretty good solid mid-range roof, but I'm not gonna go extra, have seamless gutters and things to that nature, because then you're overdoing it and you will never get what you put in that house out of it. So those are things to think about. And it's like always, leave me feedback. If you like this video, if you say, hey, you need to go into more detail, then that's fine, because probably rehab video number 2, I'm gonna go inside of a property. I'm gonna show you how a shitty property is and how extensive a rehab could be versus going into a better looking property and the things you look for when you go through those properties. So this is Chris Holcomb again, giving you the information as I go through the process. And I do have, let you know on side note, I do have packages available of properties, you know, bulk packages, pretty good. I scrub through them and find pretty much the extensive ones that are real value for people, as well as I'm doing rehabs and got other projects going, which we'll be looking at down the road. So once again, you guys have a great time. I'll catch you on the next video. Have a good day.